I gained over 50,000 subscribers on YouTube in only a month, and I'm going to tell you guys the things that I did and would redo if I was starting over from scratch, and how I'm going to be implementing very similar techniques to get myself to 50,000 followers right here on TikTok. My name is Kiara. I'm a YouTuber, UGC creator, and social media manager, and I teach you how to become a paid content creator even if you don't have the followers. So the very first thing I did on YouTube and that I would redo on TikTok if I was starting all over again was I would batch create 5 videos. I understood the concept of watch time, and that watch time is a huge factor that determines how well your video is going to perform. Now, these platforms want people to stay on their platform for as long as possible, and if you're able to hook somebody in your first video, it is very likely that they're going to come back to watch more. So one thing that I did when I first started my YouTube channel was that I batch created 5 videos, and I published 3 of them on the same day. So when people got to my very first video, they were encouraged to go check out my second video, and that created a spiral effect that did all the work for me, because YouTube could see that people were enjoying the first video and they were automatically recommending the other ones to them, or the people were naturally going to look for them themselves. It is said that people have to watch at least 2 to 3 of your videos on average before they decide whether or not they're going to follow you. If you only have one video up, even if they really enjoy that video, if they go on your page and they see that you have nothing else, the likelihood of them subscribing or following you decreases. So have a selection of videos that they can see right off the bat. The next thing I did was create evergreen content, and this is why I don't necessarily believe on creating content that focuses on trends, because trends come and go. Something that is trending this week might not be trending next week. So this is not to say that you can't use trends at all, because using trends is definitely a good technique to get followers or get viewers fast. If you want people to actually follow you and stick around long term, you want to be creating evergreen content. This is content that people can benefit from at any time. So for example, I teach how to become a content creator. Even if somebody sees this video that you're watching 5 years from now, it's still going to be relevant. And that is the difference between trendy content and evergreen content. So you want to make sure that you're creating a little bit of both, but never make the trends your main focus. And it gets kind of exhausting always having to look for trend trains to hop on. You want people to like you authentically for you and because your content is valuable. The next thing I would do is take advantage of softwares or apps like TubeBuddy, vidIQ. On YouTube, these are things that allows you to see other content creators' analytics, especially content creators within your niche. You can go see the keywords that they're using, where they're ranking for each keyword, and really get an idea of what it is that's working and not working on their pages so that you can implement some of that into your page. This is not for you to copy, but this is just a way for you to investigate and make things easier for yourself. Some people might frown upon you for that, but if you're able to gather information that's going to help you get to where you want to get faster, in my opinion, I will always say that that is the smart route to go. There's no reason for you to purposely make things harder for you when there are tools out there that can simplify things for you. I know that there are a bunch of AI softwares for TikTok, and I'm not familiar with them, but I'm definitely going to be looking for them, because TubeBuddy and vidIQ have made my YouTube journey so much easier. And the second I started using them, because they gave me a deeper insight into my analytics, a little bit deeper than what it is that I was getting from YouTube itself, it just made everything so much clearer for me and made it easier for me to get where I wanted to go. The next thing I would do is engage more and ask questions in the comment section. Like I said, these platforms want you to get people to stay on their platforms for as long as possible, and there are a few metrics that the platforms are going to measure to determine whether or not they're going to push your content. The first one is watch time, but of course engagement is important. So that's likes, shares, comments. And an easy way for you to increase the comments on your videos is to start a conversation, either by asking a question in the video itself or asking a question in the comments. Sometimes someone will comment something in my comment section like they're struggling, and then I will ask them why, and that makes them respond, and then I respond, and that starts a conversation. And then sometimes other people start feeling more comfortable to ask because they see that there's already a conversation going, and so they jump into the conversation or include themselves in that conversation. And that's just an easy way to get your comments to go up. But it also helps you create a stronger community, because your audience becomes a bit more comfortable with you and they feel like they can come to you and ask you questions. And that's what you want. You don't want to be the person who's asking people to follow you or asking people to show you love and then not show love back. Don't be that creator. I know it can get overwhelming sometimes and you can't get to everyone, but try to answer your comments. It benefits both sides. And lastly, consistency. And I'm not going to go too much into this one because you guys already know why consistency is important. The more you show up, the easier you make it for people to find you, the easier you make it for people to connect with you. And the more you put yourself out there, the higher your chance of growing. You never know which video is going to take off. You never know which video is going to go viral. And you will definitely never know if you're not posting at all. Doesn't mean that you have to be posting 4, 5, 6 times a day. It just means that you have to pick a schedule that is sustainable for you, a schedule that you know that you can stick to, and stick to it. If that is 1 day a week, do your 1 day a week. But make sure that the schedule that you're choosing is not just based off of impulse, because sometimes we can get really hyped up, super motivated, and we can go crazy posting and posting and posting, and then you easily burn yourself out and you end up giving up, which knocks you off track. And you don't want that. So make sure that you're picking a schedule that is sustainable and that is in line with your current schedule. Let me know if this helps in the comments. If it did, make sure that you save this for later and follow for more tips on everything content creation.